next guest is one of Britain's best-loved and favourite broadcasters. Radio, television, Eurovision, he does it all. Terry Wogan. Now, I know you've been up early again.
A crack of dawn.
Yeah. Do you?
Dawn has barely cracked before the crocodiles aren't even off the streets.
Do you? You haven't started asking your bosses for Friday off, have you?
Well, no. That struck a nerve. That struck a nerve more than with me. That struck a nerve at the BBC, the very heart of it. It used to be in the old days in the BBC, it didn't matter what you did. You could attack a granny in the street. You could deface the picture of Lord Reith in the foyer. But the one thing you couldn't do was not pay a licence fee. If you didn't pay a licence fee, you were dead. You were out the place like a shot. Now, apparently, the way to get fired in the BBC is ask for Friday off. That's the one thing you can't do. Can I have Friday off? No, you're fired.
Have you ever been late, Terry? Because what time do you get up?
As I say, I get up... Well,
I mean, you said at crack of dawn. Are you talking 5-ish, 6-ish? You need the rest, do you?
The very thought of it's putting me to sleep. I get up about 5:30. I spring from my bed with a happy smile.
I'm sure you do, Terry.
Put in my teeth and I'm ready for the day.
Twits.
Yes.
Twits was one of your societies.
The Terry Wogan is top society. Yeah. And there was Twinkle Toes.
What was that?
The Terry Wogan is not kinky like everybody thinks or everybody says. And now...
Didn't hear much about that one.
No, we kept that very quiet. Well, you have to. You know, it's a seamy business, but you want to try and keep your nose as clean as you possibly can.
Now you've moved on to another society.
Terry's old geezers and gals. Yeah. And they're a devoted band of rather decrepit people. And you can tell a tog by it usually drives a Volvo. Yeah. Wears a flat cap, and you can barely see him above the steering wheel. And he goes down the middle lane of the motorway at 50 miles an hour. And he's got a tog sticker on the back that says, "I stop for no particular reason." That's how you can tell a tog. We've had many a scheme going. We've got a new T-shirt coming out. Yeah. It's going to have the legend across the front.
The legend?
Do I come here often? We have Tog chat-up lines, which I remember one that goes, "Your place or mine?" "No, I mean, is this your place or mine?"
Did the cast of Dallas ever realise just how much they owed you for constant promotion?
They owed me nothing. I mean, I made a very good living out of Dallas for a long time, and it was a wonderful source of inspiration, much the same as EastEnders.
I was going to say, is that the newest Woganism?
EastEnders, Coronation Street, yeah. We get wonderful. I had a wonderful time with Dallas. I mean, the Poison Dwarf.
Yeah.
Do you remember her? Ah, she's a wonderful girl, and could act the socks off anybody, that girl.
You've got a theory about soaps, haven't you? Something about transfers.
Yeah. Well, we thought that in the eventuality of things becoming too expensive, and you know, rather like football, there could be an open market that you could swap various soap people around. Now that Derek Wilton is getting the elbow from Coronation Street with a foul and appalling move, he could be transferred to Neighbours, and he could shoot through down there and cheer them all up. Or have you thought that maybe Mike Baldwin?
What do you see Mike Baldwin?
The trouble that Mike Baldwin's in at the moment is ferocious, isn't it? I mean, his whole house of cards is falling apart. There's nobody wants his stuff in the rag trade. Why can't he take it down to Gita? Insane, Jay. Give it a whirl.
Now then, do you see anything of Jimmy these days, Jimmy Young? Because you're not handing over anymore.
Well, the dear old boy is there of an early morn, and he comes in the old, still creaking mobile commode. Pushed to the side, and he's there, and a lovely young helper has to stand by his side in between, because he tends to nod off when the record's on.
Didn't he get married? Didn't he get married recently, Jimmy?
Yeah, he's a lovely guy, and he's been doing this show. I mean, he is the epitome of the grand British tradition of confusing longevity with merit. If you can cling to the wreckage long enough, they begin to think that you're good. Now, you're a shining example. But the thing is, no matter how long you do it, now you will do this show until hell freezes over. I mean, you'll be 194, but eventually you'll think, I've had enough. And you'll slip off, and the headline will read, Des O'Connor axed. That's what will happen.
Oh, dear. So, do you play any golf, or are you feeling the years creeping up?
I don't know. What I try and do is play a bit of tennis, because I've always been a honed athlete.
Oh, yes.
Trained to a hair. You know, pink socks at karate, hands registered with the post office as lethal weapons, all of that. So I tend to play very, very physical sports. I like quick sports that suit my animal virility.
What do you play? Just the one game, do you? Tennis?
Exhausting.
What about Eurovision? Now, I mean, that Eurovision, Terry Wogan, is hand in hand. You're synonymous with the programme.
Well, the great thing about it is that I hope that I've brought the British public along with me over the years into a kind of netherworld where we watch this procession of schlock and we treat it for what it is, which is rubbish.
Not quite, but nearly.
It's entertaining rubbish. We want to see it. What it is, it's a wonderful opportunity to laugh at the foreigners. Because they're not like us, are they?
No, they're not like us.
They're not like us. And the trouble about the foreigners is they all take it very seriously, even my fellow Irishmen and women. But it's the biggest single argument against the EU, or indeed the single currency. Because what it proves is that we're completely apart, that we'll never come together. Yeah. The idea was to bring everybody together on wings of song. Yeah. But
there's a cultural divide.
The fact is, you know, you can't expect a Turkish jury to be able to really assess a Scandinavian song and vice versa. It's not really terribly logical, is it? Whenever I go over there, I'm always accosted by commentators from various parts. Say,
why are you still doing this program if you make fun of it?
And I have to say, you missed the point. You missed the point. It's supposed to be fun. And it's the one shining light of the British that they look upon it as fun. Because, you know, once you take it seriously, you're dead.
What plans for the future? I mean, we know you seem to be on every telethon every year, and Eurovision.
Well, I do the Children in Need.
You're doing the Bloomers and your Children in Need. I mean,
well, I'd like to do something.
Are you taking it a little bit easier?
Well, I'm no longer a spring chicken, as you know, Des, but
there's plenty of life in the old dog yet, I reckon.
Don't start patronising me. I can be very defensive.
There you go, I'm touching the knees again.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Still there.
Do you know, the last one to do that to me was Sophia Loren.
Really?
And I prefer you.
It's a worry. Thank you, Terry.
No, I mean, you can't have any plans for television. I'm not the kind of person that I belong to the older school. I don't produce the thing myself or anything like that. I don't come up with bright ideas. I think it's probably the field of other people who come up with ideas and say, look, would you like to do this? But there's been a deafening silence. Oh. But are we downhearted?
Are we?
Certainly.
I have a feeling that you'll be back, Mr. Wogan. You'll certainly be back here any time you want.
Sake.
Terry
It's a great
Wogan,
pleasure.
mate.
Thank you. Thank you. Lovely to see you. After all this time.
Terry Wogan.
Thank you.